They only allow 40,000 into tiny Nippert Stadium.
They say nothing good in life comes easy.
You had to buy football tickets to get basketball tickets. And basketball is the hot ticket because Bob Huggins had the Bearcats rolling.
Program that was rumored to be disbanding about 15, 20 years ago after some huge losses.
They say the longer you have to wait for something, the more you'll appreciate it when that someday comes.
Caught! Touchdown, Armand Benz!
We thought the moment had arrived.
They are in the playoff.
Only to find out the moment's been too big.
Hey, go to hell.
At the end of the day, it's a business.
Present day, nobody believes in this team.
Scott Satterfield, no answers at the moment.
But with this program, the best things have come when you least expect it.
Number one, let's go!
And the Bearcats are up 16-0 in South Bend.
Get any idea about this program? The Bearcats?
Welcome to the only Bearcats call-in show on YouTube. Coming at you live after every single game. This is Chatterbox Bearcats.
Welcome in to Chatterbox Bearcats. If you didn't believe that we do live shows after every game, this is your proof. Nobody wants to be here. We just beat an FCS school by 70. Almost nothing to take away from it. We're going to have some fun. It's going to be a quick show, though. Nick Niehaus, you were at the game. You were on campus. How are we feeling?
We're feeling good. We covered the spread. You know, my pregame tweet was, please win by 49. We win by 70. I feel good. I took them minus 48.5. So, you know, obviously the backups were in the second half, but that was a good win. Good win.
Yeah, I mean, it should have been obvious. They just lost to Minnesota 66-0 last week. Did not put up any points again for the second consecutive week. Satterfield in his presser said this week, people are going to be mad either way if we win by 50 or it's a close game. Yes, I agree. Can you we talked about this on the group chat. Why are we even playing this game? I think Thomas More would beat them. I really do. No disrespect, of course. What is the point of playing a game like this? Because to me, it feels like it's just an opportunity for an injury. Like this doesn't do anything for the schedule. It does nothing. I mean, maybe stat padding is that. I mean, what are your thoughts on playing FCS schools?
I think Lily said it. Like, it's cheaper than a group of 5 school. So when it comes to being a bye game, it was less money to pay these guys. Obviously, we already made the money decision to go to Arrowhead Stadium week 1 against Nebraska. So I think we're just making decisions based on the finances. But you know what? I'm okay with it. I tweeted, I'm like, people are going to hate on this game. Yes, injuries can happen, but like, it's nice to just beat somebody down. I'm okay with it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? We beat them down. It was fun. It was fun for the people who stayed for the whole game or who just stayed for the first half. It is what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, it is funny because in retrospect, when you look down like Satterfield's records season by season, this goes down as a win just like any other win. So it really does help that overall record. Like when we look back at the season and say we win 8-4, like this game didn't even count, you know, in all honesty. But when you look at the record books, it does. We'll run through the box score if anyone gives a shit. Brendan Sorsby didn't throw an incompletion. He went 15 of 15 for 253 yards and 5 touchdowns. Samaj Jones threw a touchdown. Lichtenberg threw a touchdown. We had 2 incompletions the entire day. So pretty solid. Niehaus, I'm not even going to really ask you about what happened in this game. Oh, Caleb Goodie went 3 for 106 in a touchdown as well. So not too shabby there. Not even going to really ask you about this game. I am curious. I don't know if I'm, in the minority here. I have never seen a college football game where they reduce the minutes in the third and fourth quarter. I don't know if you saw that. They reduced it from 15 to 10 minutes.
I did not.
Did you notice that?
I'm not going to lie. I left at halftime. We left just like everybody else. We left at halftime. I did that happen? They only played 10
Yes.
minutes?
They played 10 minutes in the third and fourth quarter. I've never seen it. I've seen this in like grade school basketball where they're like, hey, we're just going to have fun, for 5 minutes. We're going to turn the clock off. They've reduced the time to 10 minutes per quarter. I've never seen it happen.
No, that's crazy. It was funny because obviously you see what happened to them last week in Minnesota, and then there was no spread on FanDuel all week. And I checked this morning. I'm like, let me just see what it is. And it's 48.5. And it was like the most obvious, like, I'm going to absolutely hammer this spread. And then, you worry a little bit because you never know about a backdoor cover, backups and whatnot. They scored in 3 plays, and then the first play of the second possession, and then the third play of the third possession. This was maybe the most lopsided game I've ever witnessed in my entire life. This was pretty crazy how we just beat them down. So, yeah, no, it was definitely a joke.
It was 35 to nothing.
It was a joke, but it was
35 to nothing. 35-0 at the end of the first.
Yeah,
it's tough. I can only imagine being a guy on listen, these guys are good athletes, whatever. I can only imagine being a player on one of these teams. Is it really worth the money, guys? We got paid $425,000 to get just emasculated on ESPN Plus. There were some people watching. Anyway, so kind of enough with this game, honestly. We're playing Kansas in 2 weeks. That's going to be big. They just lost to Missouri in a tight one last week. We're going to have 2 weeks to prep. That's really where this season gets underway. We're getting into Big 12 play. So far, it's like I don't know what you can really take because we played Nebraska tight, and then you got Bowling Green, which I think is a feisty team, right? I think that performance wasn't anything to be excited about, but nothing to be depressed about. How are you feeling heading into Big 12 play?
I have no idea. We have nothing to take away. We have nothing to take away, Hudson. How do we know? We have no idea. You know what? At least we got Joe Royer the ball today. 2 touchdowns for him. But how do you feel? I want to ask you. I don't feel any sort of way about this team at all. I don't know. I feel like it's a big unknown. You got to wait till week 4 until you even figure it out because it's do you take the positive of the Nebraska game where it's okay, we had 75,000 fans against us in the arena or the stadium, and we almost won if Sorsby just threw that ball to the outside? Or is Nebraska not that great? Obviously, it'd be Bowling Green by 14, and then today you don't even think about. I don't know. I literally don't know.
I would say it really has nothing to do with what we've seen on the field. I am optimistic just based on the Big 12 conference as a whole. I really think that it's wide open. It's one of those things where I go why not us? I really don't think there's a huge gap between us and the top teams in the Big 12. I mean, and it's happened the last 2 years where, in Arizona State, for example, was supposed to finish 16th, and Kansas State, for example, this year was supposed to be one of the best teams, favored to win the conference or at least close to that. And that team stinks. Okay. Avery Johnson, not very good. So I just like the way that the Big 12, it's a power conference. We know that, but the discrepancy in talent is just not that wide. You see in the SEC, it's so wide. The Big 10, it's so wide. The Big 12 is wide open. Kansas is a good team, man. People forget Kansas was kind of in a similar boat as us last year where 1 possession games, they lost every one of them. You would think the odds would go in our favor. And I think, quote unquote, at least so far, I think we were a better team than we were last year. Am I wrong?
I don't know. Who knows? I guess. Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I would point to is Sorsby having another year under his belt. I like
the
Sorsby.
Defense.
The defense is good. The defense is good. Obviously, you have Jake Golday. Yeah, go ahead, Hudson. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, Golday, Jinx is a state. I just seen more playmakers. I know it's been 3 games, but Nebraska, whatever you want to say about Nebraska, they at least have talent on the field. There's no debate there, and they played them tight. I don't think last year's team, for example, would play Nebraska tight at all. I think that could have gotten away from them pretty quickly. So I'm being optimistic for no other reason than I have to be.
You know what? Let's be optimistic, Hudson. Let's be optimistic. Here I am doing this show after a 17-0 win against Northwestern State. I don't even know where I'm at. I don't even know the street I'm at. I'm in the depths of Clifton. I think I'm almost in Coreyville. I was at our favorite spot, Martino's, and I left to do this show where we had Samaj Jones throwing touchdowns against an FCS school. This is
the future.
This is fun stuff. This is the future. This is good. This is good stuff. Do you even see where I'm at? I got a dumpster in the background of my live shot. Well, why not be optimistic? I will say this. I think I wouldn't think that Satterfield would go into the season saying, hey, this is the best team we've had at UC without actually thinking that. Like, I definitely think it is. Like, we have, and again, we said it preseason. I said it with Lily. Like, we do have some studs. Like, we do have Jake Golday, who's a stud. Dante Corleone, stud. I think Sorsby's a stud. I feel like the fans are kind of mixed on him, but like, I think he's tough. He can sling it. Like, I like him. I think the wide receiving core is solid. We have two good running backs and Royer. Like, we just got to get Royer the ball. Like, I don't know what's gone on with Royer in the first 2 weeks where, I mean, even Sorsby said he's like, it was nice to throw it down the field a little bit last week against Bowling Green. Like, just get Royer involved. And if it's going to be a case where they just take Royer out of the equation, figure something out to get the other guys the ball and score against Kansas. Like, look, we're kind of scared of Kansas. It's just Kansas football. We're talking about Kansas. You know, we're not in the SEC where we're talking about some of these premier football programs. Like, obviously, did Kansas even have football fans 10 years ago? No, I know Jalen Daniels been really good, but, like, come on. Like, we just went to the college football playoff 5 years ago. I have to be optimistic against Kansas.
Yes, you do, even though you just mentioned an Arizona State quarterback, but that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jalen Daniels.
No. Oh, well, Kansas football, yeah, it hasn't been good, but they've been feisty the last couple of years. So I think if you beat Kansas, I think we're thinking a whole different mindset, honestly, at this point. Regardless of Kansas, regardless of anything, just before, we've already gone at least 2 minutes over what I thought the show would be. Luke Fickle, our guy Luke Fickle, got just absolutely destroyed today against Alabama. Tough scene for our guy Luke Fickle. I just want to say the grass is not always greener, folks. I promise you he wishes he was still at UC, being in a power conference and not having to deal with the Big Ten. It's a shit show over at Wisconsin. I think it's almost a guaranteed fact that he is fired. And I'm thinking maybe he can come on as an unpaid, offensive analyst or something like that. That is my goal for next year, to bring him on Satterfield's staff if he's still around. What
happened? What was the score? I didn't see it. Obviously, I was at the UC game.
It was, I want to say it was 38-14. And Bama, by all accounts, hasn't looked like, Bama of Nick Saban era. So to get destroyed by a team that pretty much got dominated by Florida State, we'll see if they're any good. It's tough sledding for our guy Luke Fickle.
The grass is not always greener. I will say that. What do we think that we would have put up against Bama today, though? That's the thing. Is like,
I would love to play Wisconsin.
What'd you say?
I think we could beat Wisconsin. I really do. Like, straight up.
I don't disagree. I don't like. Look, when you look at the at Nippert Stadium, like, it was full for the first half, and I don't hate on anybody leaving for the second half, considering I did it myself. But, like, the support is definitely still there. I mean, tickets were cheap. It was Northwestern State, don't get me wrong, but we still filled it. Like, as much as people are upset about Satterfield, like, there is still support around this program, and I don't know, man. I gotta believe. Like, the season isn't starting until week 4. I know I called Nebraska a must-win week 1, but like Chuck and Eric have said, it means nothing to the Big 12. It means nothing to making the college football playoff. You win the Big 12, you're in the college football playoff. I'll put it this way. I bet on UC to win the Big 12 preseason. My buyout is still the same amount as it was that I bet. You know what I mean? Like, we're not any much lesser to win the Big 12 championship than we were preseason. So we got a shot.
That'll do it for us. I do want to make a correction. I thought you were saying Jaden Daniels. You were saying Jalen Daniels, obviously the quarterback of Kansas. So I was like, what? It's bad connection, Niehaus. It's bad
You
connection.
Had me worried.
Okay?
You had me worried.
You're in a parking lot by a dumpster, okay? This is a blue-collar podcast. This is what we do.
You had me worried.
See...
I almost Googled Kansas quarterback. I'm like, wait, is his name not Jalen Daniels? You had me worried there for a second, Houdini.
No, and he's gonna be tough with our defense and our set of just doing the dink and dunk. We'll see what happens there, but that'll be interesting. And hopefully, I don't want to break any news, but hopefully we're doing a show at Martino's. Apparently coming on as a sponsor, which is great. Any other sponsors, we're more than welcome to bring you on board. I'll tell you that right now. Because get on the bus now.
Yeah.
Scott Satterfield's turning this thing around. I've seen enough. We beat an FCS school 70-0. But Niehaus, you got any last words before we sign off?
I'm about to head back to Martino's and thank them for the sponsorship because they're hopping on the board early. So, no, I got nothing to say. It was a good cover. Good for the alums who took a minus 48.5. I was worried before the game. I'm like, you never know. You never know if the backups can't score. And then when we're up 21-0 with 9 minutes left in the first quarter or so, it was a no sweater. That was the easiest bet I'll make all weekend. So, Who Day tomorrow, and let's sign off and get a midweek show under our belts for a bye week, and then, hey, live show at Martino's for the Kansas game.
Beautiful. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Like and subscribe. Anywhere you find podcasts will be there. Obviously, like the YouTube stream. Appreciate you joining us on just a drubbing by the Bearcats against a really, really good Northwestern State team. That'll do it for us. We will see you at the midweek show sometime next week. Appreciate it. Peace.